So there goes Craig Sawyer. I want to thank James O'Keefe for joining us at ProjectVeritas.com. He's being censored. He's being blocked. We don't just bitch about it. The point is we're having a big effect. The guy that brought down Acorn, the guy that exposed the illegals voting to prove Trump right, the guy that exposed what Hillary is up to, the true game changer, joins us at the bottom of the hour. James O'Keefe, ProjectVeritas.com. We've got some videos on your site that are breaking today. Thanks for joining us to talk about the latest developments.
Thanks, Alex, for having me.
You got the floor, my friend. Wow, where to start with what Project Veritas is up to?
Well, we just released a story yesterday. The head attorney for the New York teachers unions is caught on video bragging about, this is the attorney for this teachers union, bragging about how he defended a teacher who raped a child. There he is, Mitchell Rubenstein, top attorney for this teachers unions in New York, putting a knife to the kid's head and forcing the child to perform oral sex on the teacher. Now, this was all done under seal. No one found out about it. He's bragging about it to, in his words, quote, impress a girl, is the comment that he has given us now about, I don't know how you impress women by bragging about child rape. But the point of this video is to show that the union is out of touch, out of control with the American people. And now we have Betsy DeVos as the education secretary. She's being attacked. She's under assault. She claims she doesn't like children. But here we have a case where we have one of these top lawyers violating privilege, breaking the law, leaking sexual details of a rape where the teacher was not charged. And he wasn't charged because we think the union protects not kids, but they protect bad teachers. And this video is breaking, and we're getting some reactions, and it may even prompt this lawyer to resign. That's right. I mean, this is another example of that. I mean, I'm very passionate about education reform and reforming our schools, and this is something that we've seen. We never really get to see the raw, brutal reality of it. And we see rubber rooms, we see problems in the education system, we see Betsy DeVos attacked, viciously attacked, for wanting to reform the system. She says she doesn't like children, but then when you actually see the system operates, and we've done a story last year, Alex, I was on your show to talk about other New York teachers, New York union officials, and the things they were saying. They were telling child molesters to lie about what they were doing. They were encouraging people to lie. And they face charges, but they're not even forced to resign. Yeah, they were saying to use the underage child sex slave as dependents on your tax returns. Since we're talking about tax returns today, they were telling me how to use these 13 El Salvadorian sex slaves as dependents to call their prostitution business performing arts on the tax return. But this video is we just called Alex this guy's boss, the head legal department for the entire state of New York, and he would not give us any information. He doesn't. All this stuff is happening behind the scenes. And are the rights of the teachers union members so absolute that they supersede the rights of a child not to be forced to give oral sex to a teacher? Are the teachers union so out of touch and so out of control? I mean, it seems like they've lost their minds as well as their souls. They just have no regard for the welfare of children. And if you dare question them, if you investigate, if you do any of this, you're viciously attacked.
Earlier.
Yeah, they are pushing a weird agenda, but it's about power. It has nothing to do with children. It's about power and control and not letting people. I mean, this is all adjudicated behind closed doors under seal. They say we're not going to give any comment about this matter. Well, what's your comment about breaking privilege? That attorney you just saw a moment ago, Mitchell Rubenstein, is bragging about the details of these cases. Like, well, I always defend the teacher. I got him off. The Mitchell Rubenstein says that the teacher passed a lie detector test when he talked about this sex, and psychologically he was thinking that the child consented to it. It's sick, twisted.
Children can't consent to sex. They're not at the age of consent.
The whole thing is disturbing. I was on Hannity's radio show yesterday, and they had to bleep out half of the recording because you couldn't even say some of this stuff. So if you're going to watch this video, fasten your seatbelts. Yeah, it's very graphic, Alex. Some of the stuff kind of speaks for itself. There really isn't much to say, except we need to expose many, many more of these. And Alex, I did want to say one thing on your program today. Veritas we've got a number of undercover journalists. We're hiring a dozen more undercover reporters. And I'm saying this on your show because a lot of the people that watch your show have applied to be journalists. One or two of our journalists are here because of your show. And if you are interested in doing this, it's not for everyone. But if you see that type of stuff and you want to go out there and do it, I will pay you. Recruiting at ProjectVeritas.com to be sort of undercover agents, undercover investigative reporters, recruiting at projectveritas.com. Send us your resume. Send us a cover letter with why you want to do this. And I'm hiring more people to do this, Alex, because there are 1,000 more cases like that. Yeah, I think she definitely overhyped the story. I saw that, and when your own side, when the mainstream media even thinks that you've gone too far, you really have a problem. So I think she realizes she went too far. I mean, she on the program last night, she actually held the documents and said, "This is it. This is all I got." There's a total lack of self-awareness. But I am so beyond I am so beyond even worrying about these people anymore. I think that we are at the tipping point where as long as we do the reporting ourselves and put it out there, they'll be forced to cover it. The power of the people on social media. Alex, that's a great point. I get asked every day. I get tweets and Facebook messages. James, I can't follow your story because YouTube won't let me subscribe to you. This is what's happening right now. This is what they're doing. These engineers at these social media companies are adjusting their algorithms. They're making it so that you don't get notifications if you follow you or me. This is the constant flurry of messages I get. Some individual or a series of individuals in these media corporations, especially in the social media companies, are tinkering, modifying, and breaking their own policies by banning people like you and I or censoring us in how to follow us. So what is the answer to that problem since social media we depend upon? Here's the answer. Veritas has to investigate and target those people and catch them on tape in the act.
That's what I was thinking next. Now it's time to infiltrate Google, Facebook, and Twitter. That's
exactly what I got to be careful about broadcasting exactly what I'm going to do. But mark my words that we are trying to catch those people on tape. There's thousands of them.
Hell.
That's exactly, and we want to expose exactly how they do it. And they are private companies, but they yield monopolies and they have a public. No, they're not free and open. So the solution, in my opinion, is not an easy answer. It's not what everyone wants to hear. But we got to catch these guys in the act of banning people and censoring them. Social media, in my opinion, I think your opinion too, has become more powerful than the mainstream media.
Oh, absolutely.
But the social media companies are governed by people who are fundamentally opposed to our republic and how we operate. So we have to expose them in the act. No, because they've never, just like the teachers union, they've never been held accountable in their entire lives. Everyone's sucking up to them. They have lobbyists. They are close to those in government. They've never been held accountable. They never had a difficult question be answered of them because everyone wants something from them. So that's why you need people who are unafraid. And you're afraid of retaliation. Well, I'll take the arrows. I will take the abuse. I'll take the lawsuits. I got sued by a woman within Common Core last week from a video I did a year ago that was on your show. She sued me, and I just go public with the information. I just tell the people what they're doing. We have to go after these people. We have to expose them, and it's not easy, but that's why. That's right. And Alex, again, the other thing we need other than donations is a specific type of undercover reporting that
volunteers, soldiers,
volunteers. I'll pay. I'm hiring journalists, recruiting at projectveritas.com. If you think, you know what, I want to go inside of Google and I want to catch their people.
Oh, that's an idea. We should just call for people that are already inside. They want to be patriots. Contact you. I mean, hell, you're the one.
That's another thing that's happening, Alex. That's another thing. Ever since we announced the CNN story, we've had people inside of these media companies who are contacting me. The problem is, so like I can't say who I'm working with, but they don't want to wear a wire or record them because they would get burned. So I have to. They'll tell me where the bodies are buried. They'll say, James, go talk to the vice president. His name is Smith. He's the one breaking the law. So I gotta take a journalist, go in there because I can't burn the people that contact me.
They're giving you leads, and then you've got to follow them up.
That's it. That's exactly right.
And it's hard work, and you're doing a great job, and we're so blessed to have you there and your whole team. ProjectVeritas.com. James O'Keefe, thanks for joining us, buddy.
Thanks, Alex. Thank you.